Over the years, Hotel Cecil have many nicknames: Hotel Death, the Suicide, the Hot Bed of Death, and many more. In this video, I am going to describe to you whether what is happening at the hotel is it supernatural or is it a product of its circumstance. Let me explain. To know more, let us dwell in the history of the hotel. It was originally founded in 1924 in downtown Los Angeles. When it started, it was a 19-floor, 700-room hotel meant for business travelers and tourists alike. But during the Great Depression, it became a budget hotel that seemed to attract some darker elements. After the rapid downfall, Hotel Cecil never seemed to recover. The Cecil was a home to sex workers, drug dealers, and sometimes homeless people. And the worst part of it all, the Skid Row was next door, home to 10,000 homeless people, and is considered one of the most dangerous places in Los Angeles. And to give you some context, this is what Skid Row is. Skid Row was established by city officials as an unofficial containment zone where shelters and services for homeless people would be tolerated. 50% of all Los Angeles crime is reported from this 1 mile area, and this 1 mile area is called Skid Row. The first dark event which happened at Hotel Cecil dates back to the year 1931. W.K. Norton overdosed on poisonous capsules in his hotel room. His death is considered as the earliest reported suicide. In 1962, Pauline Auton jumped to her death from the 7th floor hotel room, landing on a pedestrian below, killing them both. Things took an even darker turn in 1964. A 65-year-old woman named Pigeon Goldie Osgood, nicknamed because she frequently fed the pigeons in Pershing Square. She was found raped, beaten, and stabbed in her hotel room. The case remains unsolved. Elizabeth Short, aka the Black Dahlia, was rumored to be seen at the bar of the Hotel Cecil just days before her murder. In modern times, serial killer Richard Ramirez, aka the Night Stalker, who tortured, raped, and murdered residents of Los Angeles, lived at Hotel Cecil. It is said that he paid $14 a night to walk into his room with bloodied shirt and bloodied pants. Any other hotel in the world, he would be stopped. Any other street, he would be taken direct to the station. But at Hotel Cecil, it was just another day. Another serial killer who took a liking to Cecil was Jack Unterweger. He had served a previous prison sentence in Austria for murdering a young German woman. After his release, he came to America to write an article about the red light district, sadly and tragically culminating in a spree killing of female sex workers walking around the Skid Row. Now, tragic as all the story seems to be, it could be considered under the realms of pure circumstance. There is nothing supernatural about a hotel being stuck in one of the most dangerous places in the world. Or is it? In the month of Jan 2013, Elisa Lam, a Canadian citizen traveling from Vancouver to Santa Cruz as a part of a solo trip around the West Coast. The trip was supposed to be a gateway for her to see the world. Her family had been wary of her traveling by herself, but the young student was determined to go at it alone. As a compromise, Lam made sure to check with her parents every day of the trip to let them know that she was safe. That is why it must have struck her parents as unusual or odd when they didn't hear from their daughter on Jan 31st. Her family eventually contacted LAPD. The police searched the premises of the Cecil but unfortunately she was not found. Things took a turn to bizarre when surveillance footage from the hotel was released to the public. The hotel video showed Elisa Lam in one of his elevators on the date of her disappearance. As you can see, she was behaving very strangely, pushing several different buttons, appearing to hide, then jumping in and out of the elevators, and making some unusual hand gestures. On February 19, 2 weeks after her disappearance, residents started tasting the water and the water tasted very weird. The hotel maintenance staff, Santiago Lopez, went up towards the water tank to check what was the issue, and to his shock, he found the decomposing body of Elisa Lam in the water tank. There are different theories about Elisa Lam's mysterious death. First theory, she was hiding from someone or maybe even playing a game with them, and that someone could have been the cause of her death. Second theory is from a Reddit user that she was speaking with the ghost of Richard Ramirez in the elevator. But the third theory, which is more plausible and far darker, it is not supernatural. It is that Elisa was suffering from bipolar disorder. This could explain her irrational behavior in the elevator, and there is supporting evidence by the hotel authorities and residents that she was acting odd days before her death. But the question remains of how did the 21-year-old girl of meek stature climb 12 plus feet tall tank, let alone fall into it and drown? While an answer to the death of Elisa Lam will remain forever unsolved, the obsession surrounding it will remain. When we researched upon the story, we came across serial killers, murders, and suicides. Individually, each of them have a long history and a story behind them. If you like, you can comment on it and we will bring an episode out. If you like our story format, do subscribe and ring the notification bell. Thank you for watching MerlyndJoe.